Hello everybody. Today I'm going to do a short tutorial on how to use watercolors. I love watercolors. So you may have used these before. They come in a little box like this and then with the brush. And I just want to show you, look, these little pans are refills, so you would just pop these out, when the color's all gone, and then put the other one in. Cool, huh? So anyway, watercolors. Now before we use these watercolors, we need to add water to the colors. Makes sense, huh? So here's one way to do that. Just dip your brush into water, drop it into the colors. Like so, just a couple drops in each color, and then they're going to be nice and juicy and wet. This part of the watercolor little case that's going to be used for a palette. Now, I didn't wipe that out before, so I'll do that now. And this is where you would mix colors. For instance, we don't have brown in here, so while I'm thinking of it, let me show you how to do that. Make brown. We're going to make brown. What three colors make brown? The primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, but I'm going to start out with yellow. I'm going to soak up all that water and put it in here. And notice how much I put in there, about 4 or 5 little brush loads. Now I'm going to add some red. Red and blue are very strong colors, so we're only going to use a tiny little bit. See, I dipped that in there only once. Put it in here. And that's orange, right? Rinse off the brush. Once again, blue is strong. Just a little dab. Put that in there. Oh, but that looks too green, doesn't it? Well, if that's the case, rinse off the brush and try for a little more red. A little more red. Well, that's a okay brown. Let me see what it looks like. I'll put it up here. Yeah, it's brown. I could add a little more red to it, but I think it's okay for now. So let's just make a random abstract design. I love making this kind where you just swirl the pencil around and then fill in the areas. So I'm going to do that again. Or you could just make a angular, geometric shapes, anything you want. Just some way to break up the page. I like to do this. Just go around and around a few times. Since we're using a small brush, we're only going to be able to paint in small areas. We would need a big brush, for instance, to fill in the whole background of this. Let's start painting. I like to start with yellow because it's the lightest color, and therefore my water's not going to get all dirty to begin with. I kind of like to put paint on the outside of the area, but you try whatever works for you. I've been painting with watercolors for years and years. I still love it. Now, since I still have yellow on my brush, I'm going to do another area with yellow. Oh, I need more water. Watercolors. Don't forget that part. Watercolors. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect now, does it? So I don't want my colors to bleed into each other, to run into each other. Since this is all wet, I'm not going to use this area. But I'm going to rinse off my brush, dry it out a little bit, get another little dab of water, and I'm going to try this red over here. Notice I'm going around and around with the brush. I'm not smashing it down. Smashing it down would smash it down and then it would be ruined. So here I am with my red. Okay, that's close enough. Now I want to do this area here, but I don't want to put my hand all on top of that wet paint, so I have to turn my paper around. And it's the biggest area I have, so I need to add more water to my paint. And here I go. Okay, so you kind of know what to do. Don't forget water in the colors. Don't smash the brush. Rinse it off in between colors. And the most important part is to have fun. Okay, keep going. I'm going to continue myself.